Getting excited?
Mm-hmm. You want me to drink back you back down?
Yeah, let's try it.
Then you have somewhere to. Wait. And then pinch your shoulders together and then slowly bend it off. And then get your back. Yeah.
Alright, you're having a drink too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alright, welcome. It's Sunday. We're streaming. We're here. We missed last weekend, but that's okay. We're here now, and that's all that matters. We're doing OnlyApps tonight. I thought, like we always do entrees, let's do a couple appetizers. That should be fun tonight. And that's like a fun way to like snack on a couple of different things. So we got a couple things going. Let's see here. We're gonna do a bruschetta, however you say it. That should be really fun. We're gonna do a like poke cracker crisp dish that actually had recently that I'm stealing and riffing off. So that should be good. And then we're gonna do these sweet, spicy, salty, savory chicken skewers it's gonna have this kind of cold cream dip. So that should be fun. I'm excited. The start, per usual, let's get a drink going. This whole weekend I've been doing a lot of cucumber in the drink. And I think that just like is a good way to finish out summer and to add this like fun little freshness to the drink here. So we got a little bit of a cucumber. Last time I did it, I just like cut it up and put it in the little shaker. I think I'm gonna scrape out all the fun bits and try to get as much of the flavor in there, so to speak. Because it was subtle, it was there, but it was subtle, right? And I really want it to, as I say, like smack you in the face with the flavor. All right, so we just cut it in half. We got a spoon. We're just gonna kind of scrape out some of the seeds, the inside flesh, just right in there. Just like encourage some of the flavor to come out. Cut it again into quarters. See the same thing with this guy. So it's kind of breaking on me. Cut this guy into quarters too. Alright, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the stream. Not your first time here. You'll notice we upped the production value. Look at the background. We got the title, we got the name, we got everything going on here. I'm pretty stoked about it. Alright, so we got our cucumber. Let's get our vodka per usual. All right, it looks like I'm pouring a lot, but it's for 2 drinks. So we are gonna add a little basil, just because I like herbs in mine. We also have this. This is gonna be our sweetener. This is a passion guava nectar that we found at the store today. That's gonna be our sweetener. What else was I gonna add to this? Let's get some ice in there. And then we'll shake this. First, let's get some ice in our glasses. Just spilled so much from what was in the freezer all down my front. Love that for me. Okay, quick cleanup, not a big spill. We're good to go. All right, we got our ice, our drink. Just shake them. Let's get some seltzer. All right, we're gonna switch views. I honestly don't think I'm gonna use the stovetop today, so we might use a lot of this camera angle. Like, why not, right? All right, so got our drinks here, our mixture. We got the cucumber, the guava, passion, the vodka, the basil. That's gonna be a good start. All right. The rest here is going to be a little float of the seltzer water. All right, and here we have it. 2 final summer drinks for the last fun weekend of summer. It was just say this weekend, first weekend of fall, something like that.
Yeah, Friday.
Cheers. All right. Let's set these aside here. All right, so like I said, we're doing a riff on OnlyApps. OnlyApps. Look at my spill. You see it? Look at how much I spill all down myself. Ah! Can't wait. Okay, we're doing only appetizers. So first one we got to get going is this chicken skewer. We're gonna do a salty, sweet, spicy, hard rub on it. We're gonna put it in the oven, low and slow, hopefully 275 for the first hour, hopefully, and then crank it up at the end. Finish it that actually get it all crispy and such. So let's get that going since it needs a minute. We're gonna put it on this guy. Let's move these. Let's actually get our spice mixture going. It's right here. All right, you guys can see this here. So we're gonna start with basic sodium, little MSG, little salt, little pepper. Nothing too crazy. We have mustard, Ground mustard, obviously. My biggest mistake is I never make enough of the seasoning, and I'm always like 5/8 of the way done and then have to make more. Just so uncommonly annoying. So we're going to do a little bit overboard, hopefully. Onion powder next. White pepper as well. Garlic powder. Spicy is going to be cayenne. And it's good to add cayenne like as your first red ingredient, so to speak, so you can like actually see how much you're adding. We're adding a fair bit because we got kind of a lot to do. We do want that spicy to come through. We're going to do celery salt because that's like one of my favorites. Of course, this is almost out. We're out of celery salt. All right, add it to the list. What else do I want to put in here? Oh. A little chili. Maybe a little paprika. And then we are also going to add brown sugar. Can you see all of our mixture here? Going the wrong way. Now, brown sugar, the sugar part I think is necessary, but you do have to be careful with your ratios. You do need enough for it to like shine through and actually have some sweetness, but you don't want it to be too sweet. It's gonna create a weird texture on like the outside of the chicken as well with the other spices there. So I'd say like 2/3 of your other spices to 1/3 of the brown sugar. That feels about right. Let's just give this a quick little mix. So into that. Okay. That's super good. Great balance of the spicy, sweet, savory. All right, let's get this chicken prep. So I have 2 thighs. My napkin or towel. Of course, obviously thighs. When I think about this, the skewer, I want it to be as tender as possible. That's why we're starting with a slow oven. Let's actually turn the oven on. Big 275. Start with that. All right, so with, I don't know if you can see on this piece of meat, the like strands of meat go this way, right? Kind of horizontally across. And so we don't want to cut the chicken this way. We want to cut it perpendicular to that. And that's going to create, or just help create the most tender texture and not this like stringy, long piece of chicken meat. So the other thing to think about is we do want it to be like thick enough for a skewer. And there's a lot of kind of parts of this that aren't going to work well for us. We're going to trim it up as nicely as we can. And we'll save these pieces, but we can't really make these skewers out of these pieces here. We do want it to be almost as even as possible, thickness kind of throughout. So let's get that piece there. And same on this other side, a little even up. All right, let's get some of this fat off. I do want these to be a little bit thicker. So we're just going to do this one in half. And then in half again, I think is the move. These look like good sizes. Alright, hope we can get a little bit, maybe one more, which would be maybe two more actually out of this guy. A little bit thicker, a little bit already more even. This side we'll trim it up. I have it on the wrong one, of course. Oh, cutting board switch. Alright, this is what we've been doing while you guys have been missing it. Alright, so we got our pieces of meat kind of this way. We're gonna do this one more time in half, get this kind of size. This one's need a little bit more cutting up. Alright, so we got a handful of skewers. We're going to skewer these up. We're going to dip them in all of the seasoning. And then we'll throw them on this tray, throw them in the oven, let those go low and slow. And then we'll get to work on the rest. And some of these thinner ones we're just kind of weaving through, making sure it's like all nice and skewered there without any issues of falling off or coming apart. You can see this one we're just weaving through. All right. All right, we got all these guys skewered up. I've also got some duck fat here. We're just gonna lightly drizzle some of this on here. This is gonna help like coat the seasoning on everything, obviously. Doesn't that just sound amazing too? Obviously we're gonna do that. All right. Lather all these guys up, and then let's start placing these on here. All right. This is still fine. A little dip, a little rub, a little shake about. Look at that. Already worried that I did not make enough of the seasoning. Alright, I think we actually did well. I was worried we were going to run out of the seasoning here. Alright, these are looking great. Alright, throw this other guy over here. Let's add a little bit more seasoning to some of these guys. Just to encourage them to taste good. Alright, those look great. Slight cleanup. Put some of this excess chicken away. Now let's actually get these in here. Alright. Woo! Switch. Look. So flavorful. Is that easier to look? I don't know. Alright, throw these in the oven. 275, low and slow. We're going for like about maybe a little bit less than an hour. We'll crank up the heat at the very end. Get it all nice and crispy. In the meantime, what time is it? 22 after. Are you remembering that time, Devin?
22.
All right. Let's put some of this chicken away. A moment for cleaning, per usual. Bear with me. All right, let's do this over here. Let's back and forth. Moment to cheers for all those partaking. Let's actually get another one going there too. Cheers. All right, we're gonna do the bruschetta next because after I cut up tomatoes and onions, I don't have to clean this again, and I can do the fish right after. So that's always fun. Lauren, cheers, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Are you drinking anything fun? Or are you laying low tonight? Oh, that one is so good. I won't lie. All right, so let's do the bruschetta next. Let's get hopefully something to put this in. What? Out of every bowl. All right, this is too big of a bowl, but it's fine. We'll be okay with it. So, whiskey ginger, nice, love it, love it. Well, cheers to you. It's good seeing you on Friday. That was a wild, wild time. The cool thing about the bruschetta, all right, I'll stop saying it like that. We did a tomato confit, so we basically here's part of it. You take tomatoes. We added garlic, basil, salt. But you basically, here's what they look like. Put them in a dish. Add enough like oil and butter to cover them halfway. We had the garlic, the basil, a little bit of salt, sugar, vinegar, and let that bake in the oven super low and slow also for about 2.5 hours. And then this is like the what we'll save. It has a little olive oil topper on top, so that will like cool and seal and hopefully like help preserve it a little bit more. But these are going to be super good to make any sauces or any kind of dips, whatever, so to speak here. So this is just chilling. We actually put the lid on this guy by now. So I saved 2 tomatoes. We're going to do that part of the bruschetta. We have one. I said it, stop saying it. We have one. We're going to use 1 real tomato. We have onion, olives, garlic. We're going to use some of that oil from the confit. And we're going to have some acid in there as well. And that's going to be on a nice little crostini with some goat cheese. Nothing crazy. We're not going any crazier than we need to go on this one. So let's get some of this chopped up and just like flavors going here. Alright, so this is the 2 tomatoes from the confit that I saved. You can see all of the like juices on top. We're gonna add those just right into the dish right now. And I just spilt about half of that juice on the floor, so let's clean that up real quick. Alright. Okay, so let's get these cut up. We have skin on them. We're just peeling that off real easy like. Not wasting too much time with it. Alright, let's take this guy, and we're just going to try to do a small, rough dice. I want to keep as much, like, kind of texture or body as I can. I also already pitted it or took the green kind of piece out, so don't worry, that's already gone. Alright, so we're just taking this guy, dumping him in there, rough chop, nothing too involved. All right, and most of this is really going to be for the flavor. The body is going to come from the firmer tomato. We're going to add onion, garlic into that as well. So that's where some of the like actual like firm texture will arrive. Otherwise, it's going to be a little too mushy, mucky, so to speak. All right. The other tomato. All right. We got 2 here. I only want to use 1. What are we thinking? This one? Right? Or left? This one? Devin thinks left. Lauren, any idea? What do you think, Lauren? I kind of like this one, to be honest. This one just feels more red. Lauren, you have 4 seconds to answer. Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? Way too long to answer. We're going with mine. Sorry, Devin. Oh, Lauren chose right too. Well done, Lauren. All right, 2-1. Devin loses. Lauren says her right, so hopefully I chose the right one. All right, we're taking the core out real quick. And with this, I do want to be mindful of like sizing. When you have like a, I know the chat delay. When you have a just like mucky bruschetta, it's not my favorite. So I want this to still be like small dice, but still like have the texture there. So sharp knife is obviously needed. Let's try to do this one in thirds. And we're not gonna do it all in one kind of deal. I'm okay doing it in 3 different kind of sessions, so to speak. All right, I'm okay with that. Sharp knife came in handy there. See the next little guy. Do a little bit smaller slices. All right, love that. One last guy here. This one's tough because this is the center dude, right? So maybe we do in half, and then cut this guy like this. God, I'm so smart. Literally the smartest. Devin's laughing right now. Literally the smartest. All right. All right, so this looks great. Let me clean up this a little bit. So I have a little bit of onion and random garlic left in here that we're going to use that. And then we'll cut up more if we need here, but this is like oddly used too. All right. really do like a fine dice on the onion. I guess all of this I really like a fine dice on, just so you can be sure to get each piece in each bite, and it's not like too much of like a bite or like too big of a piece. I don't know. I'm just very cognizant of that, or I try to be. All right, so we got a little bit of our onion there. Let's do the rest of this. See if I can. All right. Oh, love that. All right, one of my other favorite things to add to this bruschetta, I said I'd stop saying that. Bruschetta is obviously olives. What I think goes well is the Spanish greens or the calamatas. It's hard to find pitted Spanish greens. I'm not trying to pit any of these, so we're gonna do the calamatas. But they're just so good. It's like one of my absolutely favorite olives here. We're draining a little bit of them just so they're easier to cut here. Pop a cup out of here. It screams Greek, but like I just love love them. Cannot get enough of them. So I think sticking to the small dice theme, slice in half, and then we're just kind of chopping. In half, small dice. Some of my favorite dishes to prep are these just like, I wouldn't say monotonous, but prep heavy. Where you just sit down and you're just slicing and dicing. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. So, like when you think about the dish and like how it feels in the mouth and like what's gonna like what is the audience gonna experience, right? So it's gonna be the crispy side tangent with the bread. We have a baguette, and I'm so nervous I'm gonna fuck it up because it needs to be the right thickness. It needs to be the right crunchiness on the outside and the right softness on the inside. It needs to be able to hold what is on top, without becoming like soggy immediately. Give it some time, right? So like a lot goes into the bread piece. It is just the vehicle, so to speak, but it's one of the most important pieces of the bruschetta. So I'm worried. I'm hoping we crush it, but we'll see. All right, got a couple more olives. This goes a little mucky. Let's just eat that one. Then we're gonna do some parsley. We'll season, salt and pepper. Add a little bit more fresh olive oil. A little balsamic. And then put that in the fridge. Again, a lot of these we're just like hoping, not hoping, but knowing that a lot of it comes together in the marinade, in the kind of waiting piece. Just need all those flavors to jive, you know? All right, let's get a little garlic here. With the garlic, you really do want to get as thin of an experience as possible. So we're doing a fine dice. Because I think garlic's important, but I also think it should be like a back flavor, like a subtlety, like a exit flavor, like how it finishes. It should finish, and not be a the main hitter, so to speak. That was just two. We're gonna do one more. We got a lot of tomato here, so we got to kind of make up for it with the other ingredients. I'm actually gonna add more onion too. Just a little bit more. All right, let's do this guy once that way. We're gonna do a bunch this way. Get it as fine as we can. He's already a skinny boy, doesn't have much height. It's only once across. Just trying to match the already size that's in there, you know? One more little chop through, nice and gentle. All right. All right, that looks great. Let's get this cleaned up a bit. Not a whole lot to clean. And let's maybe take a look-see check on the chicken here, you know? You know? Yo, Aaron, love it. Good to see you, good to see you. Dude, how sick was ADC? I'm sorry that we didn't get to connect for the beer, but dude, I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. That was so fucking insane. All right, tonight we are doing only apps, only appetizers. So we got the... we're doing this Confit tomato bruschetta, so that will be really fun. We're gonna do a chicken skewer dish with a like cool ranch cream sauce that we're obviously making. And then we're also doing a poke um, dish on this little like sesame cracker sort of deal. So it should be fun. Should be fun. But no, ADC was so sick. So last weekend we were all in Vegas for the Brazilian World Finals tournament. Brazilian World Jiu-Jitsu, excuse me. And that was so insane. Literally just everyone getting subbed and submitted and choked out. It was absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. For like 3 days straight, everyone's just getting tapped and subbed. Except Gordon Ryan, obviously. Alright, so let's finish the little bruschetta dish we got going on here. We're gonna get a little parsley going. And have this out. Alright, little parsley. Just a little topper right there. Nice little fine chop on this guy. The thing with the parsley is like I love the flavor that it adds, but I also don't want like a mouthful of it. So I think the finer that we go with this, the better. With the basil at the end here, I'm either just gonna do just like our typical chiffonade or our basic just kind of straight cut on that and top it with that. Alright, let's pick some of these bigger leaves out. Otherwise, I think this looks okay. This guy right in the center. Just for our little vig. Tom Hardy wasn't, but he was at some other tournament where he's also wrecking people, apparently. Which is kind of insane to watch. At least that's what the internet was saying. It could very well be some other dude, but I'm like 99% sure that it was Tom Hardy. I don't know what tournament that was though. Alright, so we got all of our... Actually, let's get time in here. We're getting time in here. Alright, as you know with time, we just like pull against the grain here, get all the little leaves off. I watched this one streamer. Cooking isn't like her like streaming like forte or like her main piece there. But she was cooking something and for the time she like chopped up little pieces of it. Can you guys see this? Like stem and all. And it was just like so hard to watch. And you just gotta little pull it against the grain and you'll be chilling. But yeah, Joe Rogan was there, Sydney. So was Tony Hinchcliffe, if you follow him, the comedian. There's one other dude, Hans Kim, another comedian. But they were all there watching it. There were so many fights that weekend, it was kind of insane. The Canelo Triple G fight, and then there was a MMA fight as well. I only got to catch like the main card on the main event on the MMA, but it was still super, super fun. Alright, so we got some time, a little bit more. Let's do one more of these guys. Alright, we're going to add a little bit of... Sorry about that. Little bit of olive oil. Let's get a little bit of vinegar. We're doing the... You see it? The Lucini Classic. It's hard to see the Lucini. Alright, let's switch. See if you guys can see it here. The Lucini Balsamic. Straight out of Italy. Straight from Safeway. That's what I really mean. Alright, we're starting small. Hopefully we can add more. a little bit of our favorite sodium hitter, and some ground black pepper. All right, let's give this guy a mix, a taste, and then it's going in the fridge. To kind of jive with all the flavors, and then we'll kind of build this at the end here. Really just tasting for salt being on. Everything else is going to just kind of take some time to come together. Salt is close. And pepper was close too, but not there. All right. Into the fridge, little wipe down on this guy. Now this next one is going to be the poke bowl kind of riff. It's going to be, what kind of tuna was it? Bluefin tuna. We have it right here. This is sushi grade. Great piece of meat. We're actually going to do a small dice on this as well. Little cubes. I'm hoping that we get like a really great like look and texture, like an even cube. And then we're going to marinate that in some really, really basic flavors. And then that's just going to go on this little crostini here. I'm not making the crisps. We bought them, so it is what it is. So let's get a quick dice on this. And then, actually let's get, where am I going to put this? Let's do one of these. Let's get the marinade going first so I can actually like taste it before I just like throw the fish in there. You know what I mean? Cheers. I didn't know Mario Lopez competes. That's hilarious. Fucking AC Slater. The funniest thing that I did learn is that every single person at ADC, at least that was 99 kilos and above, or like even the 98, whatever weight class, all roided, all on steroids. All of them are so beyond yoked, and apparently it's like not that well regulated. So they have no way of like being penalized for it. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Aaron. But like also, if everyone's on it, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Like if everyone's doing it, that's like kind of, I think, the right move. Like the same with Tour de France, right? Like similar to that. All right, let's get this little marinade going. I want this to be super sesame kind of flavored or based. So we're gonna start with some sesame paste, also known as tahini. You just want to use a little bit of this because it does add a certain thickness, texture, and color. So a little bit of that in the base. Do a little bit of soy. We're gonna do the last of the sesame oil and a little bit more. That's insane that he's literally condoning anyone do whatever you want. That's hilarious. But I mean, I'm on the same like yeah kind of spectrum. If you're not and it's allowed, basically like hush hush, why not? Should definitely be doing it. I just saw a photo of Gordon Ryan from 2019 versus now, and he was like 180 skinny. Maybe he was like 170 skinny, and I was like 230, and like the most insanely, like think about the most cut, insane, like not bodybuilder, but like the most efficient weight for this like guy's frame. And it's literally all lean. He's probably at least like 4 to 6% body fat. It's kind of insane. It's absolutely insane. Homie's on another level. All right, so we got the soy, we got the tahini, we got a little bit more of that. I wanted to add a little bit of the gochujang for color, flavor, texture. See a little knot of that in there. What else do I want in here? We do need a little honey. All right, let's start with that. Let's see what happens. Let's check on the chicken too. I can smell it. Nice and golden and crispy. I love it. Those are looking great. We're at about 30 minutes on those. Let's turn this off for now because I think those are almost all the way done cooking. And then we'll just finish them under the broiler to kind of end it there. All right, once I get this red gochujang all like mixed up, this is gonna be a great like red deep. So obviously taste it, make sure we're on the right page there. Let's do this over here. Water grill at Caesar Farms, dude. I've never even heard of it. Is that like a Vegas staple? I like know just enough about Vegas to like gamble and have a good time, but like everything otherwise, I'm not that familiar with. Especially the food. That's like the one thing I'm a little bummed out that I don't know more about, other than like the big major name chefs in their restaurants, right? Like Bobby Flay and Giada. Fieri, Morimoto, all of their restaurants. But like outside of that, I'm not sure what's good or bad, or like what you should waste your time on or not. Water grill. I'm trying to go there a little bit. I don't know. Every year, every other year. Sometimes Vegas is like way too much. You just need to like not go for a bit. But I do enjoy it. All right, let's taste this guy. Damn. I'm into that. A little bit more sugar on it. Just a little bit more of the sweet slapper. And then let's cut up this fish. Let it chill in there. Call it a night. Wow, super into that. Okay, happy with that. Let's get this guy cut up. Like I said, I want like a fun look to the cut up fish. I want it to be these like small little cubes, maybe I don't know what size, but let's clean this guy up just a bit. A little bit off center of square. At least right there. Go about this thickness. Which is about a third. I think we're gonna go in half once. Oh boy. And then let's make our cubes. All right, these look great. All right, great little cubes. Focus up, focus up. Gorgeous. All right, we're just throwing these right in a little marinade. Let's cut this guy up. Who cares? All right. This guy a nice twirl. All right, nice and saucy. Give me the fridge. All right, so we have the bruschetta kind of up and ready. We got to get the bread going. I also want to get our dipping sauce for the chicken skewers going. Take a moment to cheers anyone else partaking. Devin's cheering me. Cheering me. Oh, you need another one. Would you like the same, or would you like a beer?
I can do a beer if it's easier.
You want a beer?
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Cheers. All right. Let's do the bread first. Or should we not? What do you guys think? Let's do the sauce first or the bread first? Sauce. All right, sauce it is. Let's get a little saucy. Turns out you have to clean this guy one more time. One last time. Speaking of cleaning, let's do a little quick clean sesh, right? All right. Anything left in this guy? 100%. All right, let's do it in this guy. Might as well. Anything else we can put away? Maybe these two. Actually really excited about this little cream sauce guy. We're gonna put dill in it. Dill is still just like one of my absolute favorite herbs. It's just so unique and I don't know, I'm really excited about it. So let's get this guy going. We cleaned up a bit. We're looking okay. This is where we're gonna mix it in. Alright, goat cheese isn't come in right now. Let's start with some thyme, low against the grain, just like we were doing earlier. Just picking out some of the stems. Thyme is just so like earthy and subtle. It's one of my favorites. We're actually growing it outside or trying to grow it. Hopefully it comes together well. The other one we're adding into here is the dill. Like I was saying, like I freaking love dill. I think it's gonna go well with the chicken and the coolness of the cream sauce here. So we're just kind of pulling some of these little baby fronds off, leaving the main stem, taking that out. We'll chop this guy up a little bit just so it's a similar size as the thyme, not overtaking the flavor. It's about a good amount. Some last minute thyme. Okay. That looks good. Chop this guy up a bit. It's odd because even like a dill pickle, which is like the epitome of dill, I don't get the same vibe as I do from this fresh dill. Yo, thank you for the follow. Yoe12, appreciate you. We're out here every Sunday. We're streaming. We're cooking. It's only cooking. So don't expect anything different. But yeah, appreciate you for the follow. Cheers. Alright, so we got some herbs in here. Let's get our cream. Or actually, let's steal a little bit of the goat cheese, right? I'm okay with some of the flavors kind of sing together, you know what I mean? So a little bit of this guy in here. We'll only take a baby bit because we do need to make this last for all of the crostinis. Let's do a little bit more here. Alright, that one's done. I follow enough gamers on Twitch as well. That's hilarious. But welcome. Appreciate you. Alright, so we got goat cheese, we got dill, we got thyme. Let's add a little bit of our sodium hitter, favorite MSG, a little salt, a little pepper. Let's get some sour cream. Scotty! This is hilarious. Alright, we got that. I want some Worcestershire. If your Worcestershire doesn't come in a bag, you got the wrong one. And don't tell Devin, but a little bit of mayo. She's not eating this one anyways. Alright, let's mix this guy about, see what we're dealing with. From college and beyond, I love it. Yo, Scott, welcome. Appreciate you. This guy a little taste. Too much. Digging it, more salt. All right, let's add the basil now. I'm okay with that. We're doing a rough chop on the basil. Just because I want to match the like fine pieces of the other herbs in there. Oh shit, that's hilarious. I was gonna say, like, if you guys went to college together, then I've been up and visited Lauren like 3 or 4 times. Honestly, one of the craziest times in my entire life, partying wise, was in Central. Like one of the apps, like Lauren can tell you more, but like the craziest night I've ever had in my entire life, college wise, was in Central. I was in high school at the time. Like still the craziest night I've ever had. Alright, I like the size here. Let's make sure everything is about the same. And for reference, not that this matters, but like I went to Arizona State. Like we are known for partying, right? Like, and still fucking Ellensburg, Central Washington, literally hit it home. It was so wild. Alright, we'll give this guy another mixture. I almost want it to be thinner. And I might want like a little bit of acid and maybe like a little bit of garlic. We're doing a baby bit of white wine vinegar. Let's get a couple garlics going. All right, a little bit of garlic. I want to do these again really, really fine. I just don't want you to like bite into it and be like, oh, that's a piece of garlic right there. All right, it's one piece. Let's do one more. Oh shit! Scott with the Korean food. The bulgogi. Dude, so good, so good. Dark beer from a keg. That's hilarious. Some commitment to the dark beer. A whole keg full. Alright, let's try this guy. I know the garlic's only been there a second. I'm into it. Nice and cool. Super herby. Enough salt, but the chicken is gonna be the like flavor blast, and then we want this to kind of just like cool everything down. Let's put this guy in the fridge. The next and last piece here is gonna be this bread. So let's get that going. Mayonnaise, that's hilarious. Scott, are you drinking anything tonight? Cheers if you are. All right, let's get the little bread crostini bruschetta going. We bought a full baguette. Doesn't fully even fit in frame, that's hilarious. Alright, let's use the bigger slices or bigger like pieces here. We'll save this guy for later. Now I want the thickness to be right. Like it, again, it's super soft. So I almost want a little bit thicker just so we can get a crisp on the edge and keep the softness on the inside. That's the kind of goal here. So let's see what we can get going on this with size-wise. I'm not using a bread knife, so it's going all right, but like, I think it's a good size. Let's see. I'm not like smushing the bread too much here. Trying to go soft. That one definitely got a little squish. The other thing is like, how many of these do we need right now? All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5 each. Let's do one more, 6 each. That's a fair amount. All right, save this guy for another day. All right, we're gonna pull these guys out of the oven. Just been chilling in there. Let's see what we look like. Let's do a flip. I won't lie, these chicken bites look insane. All right, let's bake. 350 start. All right, these have been in here. I think they were about 30 minutes on cooking, and then they just sat in the kind of warm oven. We're gonna re-season the other side because that kind of dripped off. Just add a little bit more flavor on all of these. And then with these, let's see what our oil's looking like here. We got a lot of oil on the top. Looks great. Just gonna rub these in oil, both sides, and set them right on the plate. And this is the olive oil that was had all the tomatoes cooking in it, on it, so to speak here. This is just a quick rub down with this like tomato, basil, garlic, olive oil. This is just going to encourage the bread to kind of crisp up in the way that we want it to. It's going to be a good time. And we can get some plates out. We'll start plating, put some things together, and we'll start eating. I'm excited. 6:30 almost. I'm ready to eat. Alright, these are fucking insane. Ooh, still a little warm. Just came out of the oven. Alright, back in the oven. Couple minutes. Please don't let me forget. Alright, let's give these guys a spin, or a little roll around. This is our poke tuna and the sesame marinade we made. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's give this guy a try. This is our bruschetta. Wow, eat this all day long. Even without the like bread, I'd eat that. And we got our chicken skewers. This is looking great. Clean some of this up. So I'll put the bed. Let's get one last drink for the road. Hard cider. Excelsior. Excelsior. It sounds like a very like fantasy, like a hidden item in a fantasy novel. We're on the quest for the Excelsior. Alright, cheers to the Excelsior. We're gonna make another drink as well. Alright, we're doing the riff on the fancy drink we made earlier. Vodka, a little bit of this like passion guava, a little bit of salsa on top. Let's get a little mix going. Where's my... Cheers. Dude, I'm down to hop on Halo. Devin, don't be mad. Devin might be a little mad, but I'm down to hop on Halo. So down. Give me like 20, 30 minutes to eat here. Once we played up. But cheers. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming to hang. Plating coming up next. My least favorite part. It always looks fucking like, you know. Could always look better, you know? Alright, let's save some of the seasoning. Alright, still needs more time. Just normal, expected. Let's get some of these guys out. We'll do a couple on here. Maybe like a couple on each plate. And then a little side dish of our... Deal, sounds good, dude. Side dish of our cream sauce. Let's give this guy another taste. I'm into it. Little cream sauce dipper. It's really kind of like a ranch. I don't know. Maybe not like a ranch. Just an herby little cream sauce. I'm into it. Alright, let's see if we're getting crispy. Not quite. Ooh, we're getting hot though. Alright, a couple more minutes and then we'll flip them. A couple more minutes on that side. We'll take them out, and then we will start plating. That's the plan at least. Let's see how it goes. I'm kind of into the OnlyApps dinner. Similar to a breakfast for dinner situation, in the fact that it's like not a typical dinner. But I am excited for just a bunch of little bites here and there. I have a feeling Devin's only gonna like the bruschetta and the chicken minus the dip. But although she sometimes doesn't like the chicken either. We're getting her there. Slowly but surely. Alright, let's play up some of these little wafers. See what they look like, come out to be. I also bought these like shrimp wafers. Crackers from the Asian Mart. Let's see what they look like here. They're like a nice little like disc base. I feel like we could put a bunch of the tuna on there. So let's try that. Let's see what this one tastes like. Alright, so this is how I would do it. Let's see if it looks well, turns out well. This one's kind of easy to make look good, to be honest. because the colors are so conflicting. All right. Don't drip. Oh, we're dripping. Oh, so good. Needs to be colder though. Let's put these guys in the freezer. I want it to be like extremely cold. All right, we might use those. Let's see what this guy's look like. Ooh, that has like a nice like finishing spicy taste. And there's no mayo in it. So Devin can eat it too. But also she doesn't really like the raw fish. So, but I think she's gonna be okay with the tuna. She said she'll be okay. We'll see if that was front or not. It's funny because she's literally sitting right there. Loves when we talk about her. Alright. Let's try these wafers. I was looking for like more of like a sesame wafer or crisp. I don't know. These might work. Good surface area. They're a little flat. They don't have much like concaveness to them. They do have a good flavor, but they feel very like Jesus-y, like this is my body and here's my blood, you know? Let's check our bread before I forget. Nice and crispy on one side. All right. We're bringing them out. Let's flip our breads. So freaking hot. Oh my god. We're taking the chicken out. We're off. I think like all this way. All facing one way, I think, is the move. We'll see. Alright, I like the height, I like the look. I'm okay with that. Let's feel these guys. A little soft still. Alright, a minute or two longer in here. Pull these guys out. Swipe them up with some goat. Put some bruschetta on top. Call it a day. Where are my little crisps at? We're gonna do half and half. Might as well, right? Let's find some good looking ones. These just look so small is the issue. Alright, we got a couple of those. See how far these get us. It's gonna be harder to grab. minute or two longer. Might be a mistake. We'll see. Alright, I think 3 little pieces is the move. At least on these little wafers. You can hear them like crispling and crackling. And I think the move is to also drain them a little bit. So it's not so liquidy. 3, 2. Love it. Alright, dish number 1. We got tuna poke in its own marinade. Don't even get me started on the marinade. It's way too many ingredients to reference here. That's dish number 1. OnlyApps, similar to OnlyFans, but it's only fucking appetizers. Alright, we got the chicken skewer. Hard seasoning. It's the sweet, savory, as well as the spicy. We got our cool little ranch dipper. That looks great. Alright, let's plate the rest of this. Oh. Alright, the rest is this bruschetta. Matt, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. Not gonna flash a nip. Maybe in a minute, maybe in a minute. Alright, these are nice and crispy, but yet soft on the inside. Exactly what we're looking for. Let's move these onto the other plate, just so we can get some like heat off of them. Woo! Oh, these are so hot. Okay. Let's move this guy. Oh, alright. This guy's got to cool for just a quick second. But I'm going to just literally spoon feed myself. So good. Tuna, goucho gang, tahini, soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of sugar. Probably missing a thing or two here. Oh, it's so good. Oh, wow. That's great. Oh, so good. Okay, that tastes so good. Can't even imagine it with the crispy cracker. That's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time. Alright. Side note, welcome to Seattle. Literally looking out my window. Homie has like 3 of those like juggling pins, it looks like when you're bowling. And you just straight outside, straight up juggling. Dude, and he's not good. And he's not good at all. He keeps dropping them. Wow. Wow. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay. So we're going to finish with the bruschetta. Let's get our little ingredients out here. All right. As the reminder, we did the tomato confit. We cooked the tomatoes in butter, oil, garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of basil for about 2.5 hours at a low heat. I just like let them release and soak up all of those flavors. And we made part of that the bruschetta base, right? And we took the fresh tomato, added that in. We have the onion, the parsley, the Kalamata olive. We're going to quickly slap a little bit of goat cheese on here. Add our bruschetta topper, and that'll be good with that. And then we're gonna eat here. So let's hope I can make this like small amount of goat cheese last the entire way here, but I think we'll be in good shape. I know I said this before, but these crackers, they're a little thick, or the bruschetta bread base. I'm okay with that though because it's so soft on the inside. Like it's not extremely crunchy throughout. Little crunch on either end, and then this soft bread piece. My only worry is that it's going to be like a two-biter, right? And two-biter situations like kind of set you up for a lot of spills. So we'll see here. But I love goat cheese. I think it adds like the perfect amount of tang and salt and also creaminess, mouthfeel to the bruschetta. Otherwise, like I don't know what else you'd use. Fucking cream cheese, maybe. Alouette, maybe. I think goat's the perfect cheese here. Oh yeah, we're making this last without issue. Yeah, I honestly love olives in the bruschetta, however you say it. Little bite, little tanginess, little brininess. I'm okay with it. All right, this looks great. Get a little bit of goat cheese. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's quickly finish these up. We'll get on our way here. All right. I think the move is to get it get as much liquid out as we possibly can. We're doing like a 1/3 scoop onto each thing here. Look at it too. Like look at your scoop. Is it an even amount of ingredients? Is it like a good mixture of the tomato, onion, olives, all that fun stuff? If it's not, make it better, you know? Although I do love the olives so much, I'm kind of down for like an all olive situation. Maybe we'll see at the end here. Again, kind of draining. Nice little scoop, nice little piece. All right, beautiful. I know I already riffed on all of the the dishes here. Great bruschetta. I could like top it with more parsley, but that's too much work. We already had parsley in there. Looks absolutely gorgeous. We got our chicken skewers. We got our little, cream sauce dipper. And then we have our poke on little wafers. I'm stoked. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming to hang out. I know this is always like weird and fun and quick, and me just like stream of conscious speaking to you of like what's immediately going on in my head. But I'm excited to eat. Thanks for hanging out on Sunday. Sydney, appreciate you coming in as well. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys.